Hey there, I hope you're doing well. Coming to you live once again from the Crown Victoria Police Interceptor 2005. This is probably 25th video I've done on this car, so if you haven't seen the rest, check them out. I did a pretty massive turnaround on this car. It's a government auction vehicle that I bought, and I'm prepping it for sale, so I've been doing a lot of work on it here recently. This video is actually to cover your removal of paint splatter. You get paint splatter if you drive down the highway and they've been painting the stripes. It happens. I had a buddy of mine go through this. His whole side of his car got yellow paint all over it. This has been on this car for I think at least a year, because I believe it was on when I bought it, because I don't have anything anywhere else on the car. And I did a video on the front fender well. I didn't do such a good job though, so I'm trying to redo this so you guys can see the process a little better. All right, so how are we gonna do this? I'm in an apartment, so I don't have a hose, I don't have a pressure washer. If I did, I would rinse this off. I would, do this after I've washed the surface. So what I'm gonna do instead of that is do a rinseless wash on this. So I'll do a rinseless wash, and then I'm gonna use Adam's tar remover to get this stuff off. And I'm just gonna use like some paper towels, because I don't really care. It's down here in this fender well. It's not such a big deal that I want to use like microfiber or something. But then I'm also going to do a finishing process, which I do on just about everything I work on. I try to use some sort of protection to make the surface nice after you've cleaned it. So you want to do that, so stick around for that process. I'm going to go ahead and put on the Meta glasses and get to work on this. So step number one for the rinseless wash, you want to soak this thing down quite a bit. And the car's actually been washed within the last 3 or 4 days, so this isn't like really dirty or anything. Otherwise I'd do maybe a more intensive process. But again, I do not have access to a hose, so I'm gonna let that soak in there for a little while. And I got a bucket full of some warm rinseless wash here, diluted 256:1. Got a nice little microfiber tiny little mitt that's good for these type of areas. I got it soaked in rinseless wash, so I'm gonna take this and just lightly go over the surface. I'm gonna flip it. I don't really see much. There's a little bit on there. Flip it, go over it maybe one more time. So I've got these grit guards in here. These are actually, I think they're called, I forget the name. Maybe it's Dirt Lock. But anyway, kind of have them stacked in here. I've got the scrub wall, along with the Dirt Lock down on the bottom. I got the 360 scrub wall. So this thing is really nice for when you're doing this type of stuff. It gets everything off the wash media. You just don't want to be taking things over and over the surfaces while you got contaminants in there. All right, so now I've gone over the surface with that nice little mitt. I'm gonna rinse this off one more time. Take some rinseless wash again. Got the instructions here. Pretty sure you clean it, rinse it off while it's still wet, and then you can apply the Adam's tar. And again, I got this little paper towel here, which I'm going to use to get all this junk off. So you'll see. And once you apply it, you want to let it dwell for maybe 30 seconds, but you don't want to let this dry. So it's real important to make sure that you do not allow this to dry on the surface. This is a strong cleaner. Hopefully you can see there's quite a bit of yellow paint on this. So I'm gonna douse this down some Adam's tar. All right, stuff's really strong. Make sure you're in a well-ventilated area. It's about 30 seconds. I'm gonna spray some into this paper towel too. And let's go down here. I'm gonna start to agitate this. I don't have to go too crazy with it. Lightly wiping it. This stuff is really strong. Back and forth. All right, I can tell it's getting a lot of this off. I'm gonna spray it down a little bit more. Flip to a different side. And give this about 20 seconds maybe. Just 20 seconds. This stuff's been on here for a long time, so that's why it's coming off so slow. Just have to go back and forth. It's getting the majority of it off. Still some left though. Alright, man, ripping the towel up. Actually, what I'm going to do is hit it with the Rinseless again. Kind of knock that stuff off. Treat it one more time here. It's like 15 sprays. Some of these are really putting up a fight. All right, one last time. Been about 20 seconds. That might be a paint chip. We can't tell, but I think that might be a paint chip. All right. So I think that was 3 or 4 rounds. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna spray this stuff down. Big time, spray it down. Just gonna spray anywhere that this stuff could have gotten. You don't want this stuff hanging around. I don't know if the sun's picking it up. I'm actually looking into the sun, which was maybe bad planning on my behalf. But I think I've got 80 to 90% of the paint marks off, so that's mission accomplished as far as I'm concerned. And this last step I'm going to do is what's going to keep it looking nice and protected. So I've rinsed it down with the rinseless wash. I'm going to do that one more time. I'll show you guys the last step. Here we go. So I'm rinsing it down here with this rinseless wash. Now I'm going to take a little microfiber, spray some rinseless wash into it. Basically just saturate it. And I'm going to take this Adams CS3, spray a couple sprays in there, 1 or 2 onto the surface, and just take it across a couple times. Let me get this side here because I sprayed a little on there. I'm going to flip to a dry side and just buff it. And you'll notice it'll get real slick when it flashes. It'll get real slick. Yep, so job done there. Whew, that was more exhausting than I thought it was going to be. So I'll just try to get another look here so you can see that the paint's gone. And got CS3 on it now, so it should stay nice and clean for a while and be easier to clean in the future. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you guys on the next one. Thank you.